Yo, so I was on Instagram the other day and I came across a reel. I can't remember which page posted it, but it was talking about a young man named Telvin Osborne. Before I get into it, I want to say he did pass away. Rest in peace to him and prayers to his family and everything. But the reel talked about a post that he had made saying something like he doesn't like dating black women and that he would die for the white woman that he had. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. But it turns out that the woman that he was with actually is the one who took his life, which is crazy. So a lot of people have been, which you should never ever do. A lot of people, specifically black women, have been pointing the finger saying ha ha at him.
Telvin Osborne story. Free that woman, free that woman, free that woman. Free Hannah Cobb, man. The story is unfortunate. I feel bad for them kids. They lost the daddy. But, I mean... oh, shit happens. His white woman shot and killed him about a week or so ago or whatever. Now his family is mad, calling us, hateful, talking about the black women, the culture and things like that or whatever, that we won't support his ass. Nah, nigga. Why the fuck you think we won't support you? We not supporting you. Didn't you say that you wanted white women and that's all that you wanted and things like that or whatever? So let them white bras support your dead ass,
Listen, do not talk to me about them guys that got killed by their girlfriends, okay? I'm busy. I'm drinking water, I'm counting sheep. I'm counting the leaves that fell on the ground. I'm counting grains of sand. You know what I mean? I'm busy. I got things to do. Important things to do. I'm cooking. What's the recipe to them tacos?
Unacceptable, in my opinion. Like, despite if he hurt their feelings, you should never wish death upon anybody, man. So this is like the crime breakdown and the arrest and everything. So I want to see exactly what they're talking about.
He was the father of her children and the man she claimed to love. Now he's dead and she's behind bars, accused of taking his life. She allegedly said it was an accident, but many on social media are not buying it. Now the search for the truth begins. I'll walk you through what happened. For Law and Crime News, I'm Kennedy Walker. It's a story that's left a community searching for answers. A young father shot and killed, and the woman who allegedly pulled the trigger, his girlfriend, Hannah Cobb. But questions are swirling on social media, like what really happened to Telvin Osborne that night? Why did police wait to arrest his girlfriend? And if this was not an accident, why is Hannah Cobb not facing a harsher charge? According to police, in the early hours of Sunday, February 23rd, 25-year-old Hannah Cobb shot and killed Telvin in the master bedroom of their home, a home which they shared with their 2 children.
It's just very...
Yeah, that ain't no accident, man. I don't know how you could spin that. The only way that I could think that it would possibly be an accident is if she was playing with the gun. Like if he had just bought a new gun or something, let her hold it and she was playing around with it and pointed it at him and didn't have trigger discipline and ended up shooting him. That's the only way that I could think that it would be an accident. Other than that, you going to jail, ma'am. There's no getting out of this one. And even if she did do it by accident, like the scenario I just gave, you're still liable for that. You're still going, what is that? Involuntary manslaughter? Is that what that would be? Yeah, she would get involuntary manslaughter charges against her. Okay, so I looked up the amount of time that you would get for involuntary manslaughter as well, which I'm in Texas, so that's why this popped up, but I don't know what state they're from, so this is going to vary, but it says up to 20 years. So your life is damn near done at that point. If she's in her 20s, you get out maybe 50, 40, late 40s. So it's not over, but you're going to miss the most important parts of your life, in my opinion, especially since they have a young daughter.
Tragic that he has lost his life in this manner.
In a news conference obtained by WJBF News, Burke County Sheriff Alfonso Williams said the shooting happened after a night of drinking and an argument that turned physical. But how did the gun come into play? Well, according to an incident report obtained by Law and Crime, Cobb allegedly told police that sometime after they returned home, she was checking her firearm, something she claimed the couple did together every night. But get this, despite the incident report clearly stating that Cobb allegedly said she was cleaning her gun when it fired, Sheriff Williams says his office never received any information to support that.
Important for us to clarify.
Look, and this is the fishy part about that. If you clean your gun every night, I'm not saying that accidents don't happen, but you should be familiar with it. Now, the problem is they were drinking. It says that they were intoxicated from the night before. So maybe they were hungover or whatever, or drunk when they were cleaning it. Guns and alcohol do not mix. Guns and drugs do not mix. Put that aside. If you've been cleaning your gun every single night, every night, it's very unlikely that you're going to accidentally pull the trigger this time. If anybody out there knows about guns, specifically handguns, when you take the magazine out and then you pull the slide back to get rid of that loaded bullet, if you did that, if you had one in the chamber, that's it. That's all you got. Like, it's simple. It's 2 steps.
That at no point during the investigation was there any information about a person cleaning a weapon.
However, Sheriff Williams made it clear this tragedy is not being ruled an accident.
It's crucial to note that the investigation has not been classified as accidental.
But if this wasn't an accident, then why isn't Cobb charged with a harsher crime like murder? And why was she not arrested on the spot? The delay sparked outrage from the victim's family and the community. Joining us now is legal expert Joe Tamburino. Joe, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me on.
So given the details of this case, including the alleged argument and the firearm discharge, why do you think Hannah Cobb has been charged with involuntary manslaughter and not something more severe like murder?
Well, under Georgia law, involuntary manslaughter is basically culpable negligence, and that's very similar to many state laws. And what that means is that what you were doing in an extremely negligent manner, and you were actually committing an underlying crime. So in this case, what the argument is that she was operating a firearm or doing something with the firearm while she was intoxicated, and she discharged it, and obviously it killed Mr. Osborne.
So wait, what would happen then if she wasn't intoxicated and she was just cleaning her gun and it was a complete accident? Somebody in the comments who knows more about the law, let me know. Like, what is she only getting the involuntary manslaughter because she was intoxicated? Because what would happen in another case? I think personally she probably would still be held liable, but I don't know. If you know, put that in the comments.
Well, the elements would be this, basically, that she was under the influence of alcohol, presumably, that she was using her firearm in a reckless manner, say that's a misdemeanor type crime, and as a result of that, she killed someone because it went off. So even though she didn't mean for the gun to be fired, since she did it in a reckless manner, a culpable negligence type of way.
Look, this is a side note, and I'm sorry. I was thinking about it, and I'm just gonna keep thinking about it unless I say something. So this looks like 2 different people. If you look at this, and I know mug shots are not flattering. I know mug shots. She probably been crying. She probably, going through it, stressed out. But look at this, and then look at this. Like, that's 2 different people. Let me do one more. Boom, boom. Like, what?
Now, according to reports, it does appear that Ms. Cobb was trying to administer first aid. Does that help her case?
Yes. What happens after an incident is just as important as what happened during the incident. Because if all of a sudden you accidentally, say, shoot someone or injure someone, if you run from the scene, well, that's like a consciousness of guilt. If you act in some callous way and you don't render any assistance, perhaps you don't even call 911 right away, again, that could show an indifference to the harm that was done to the victim. However, if upon discovering that you actually hurt this person and possibly killed him, and you immediately provide assistance, yes, that's relevant to what's called state of mind of the defendant or the suspect.
Now, we already mentioned about, what the incident report said that Ms. Cobb allegedly said about her allegedly trying to clean her gun, something that the couple allegedly did every single night together. But the sheriff held a news conference this week mentioning that there was no information suggesting...
Wait, hold up. Time out. This just slipped my mind. I'm an idiot. I own multiple guns. So hold up. I'm sitting here trying to think, if you cleaned your gun last night and you didn't use it, why you got to clean it again tonight? Somebody tell me if I'm tripping. So, it just dawned on me. It just dawned on me. I only clean my guns after using them. After I've taken them to the range and I've started shooting, or if it's been a long time since I've cleaned it last. And usually, if you clean them properly, they're going to stay lubricated and they're going to stay nice and oiled up. It's still going to be well lubricated if you didn't use it. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, if you clean it, that's not going to hold up. If you clean it every single night, why? What are you doing that for? Are you doing it just to do it for fun? Like, I know some people take guns apart and put them back together just for like a hobby, just to get familiar with them and stuff. And they got so many guns that it's just kind of like a fun thing for them to do. But that don't make sense though. You know, I just thought about that. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. How often do y'all clean y'all's guns? Because I only clean mine after taking them to the range, which maybe be like once a month, you know? So, but yeah, man, I'm going to leave this video in the description if you want to go check out the full thing. This is just something that I saw on Instagram and I was like, let me go ahead and look it up on YouTube and see if I can find a longer version, a longer story of it, because I had a bad taste in my mouth when I saw the women in the comments basically pointing the finger at this young man, laughing at him. Extremely, extremely disrespectful. You should never wish death on anybody, man. God is very, very, very good at teaching lessons. I'll put it like that. So that's why you should always be respectful when somebody passes. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought about this video in the comments. Am I tripping with the whole cleaning your gun every day type thing? And also tell me the answer of the question that I asked earlier. If she was not drunk and she accidentally shot him, what would be like the repercussions for that? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all thought about this video in the comment section. Hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe. Let's get to 1,000 subs, man. I appreciate y'all for watching this. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.